If you have been feeling a little stuck with your money lately, please know that most people do not fall behind because they are lazy. They usually fall behind because they are focusing on the things that do not actually move the needle for their peace of mind. In 2026, there are a few specific shifts that are going to matter way more than everything else combined, and I want to walk you through 5 things that I feel will help you get ahead without the extra stress. Before we dive in, I would love to hear from you in the comments about what feels like the biggest hurdle for you right now, whether it is your income, your spending, or just not knowing what the next move should be. The very first thing we need to do is get control of our cash flow, because you cannot make a confident decision if everything feels random and blurry. A lot of people are actually scared to look at their bank accounts because it feels overwhelming, and I have been there too, where I see a charge and I have no idea what it was for. You do not have to track every single cent or follow a super strict budget, but you do need enough awareness to see where the money is going month after month. A good way to start is just tracking things for 30 to 60 days to see where your fixed bills are and where those little leaks might be hiding. Instead of cutting yourself off from everything you love, try creating soft rules, like going out to eat twice a week instead of 5 times. For me, it was the death by 1,000 cuts at 7-Eleven, where I was spending $5 or $6 every single day on snacks without even thinking about it. Once I saw that total, it was much easier to reel it in and start saving that money for things that actually matter to me. The second thing is building a financial buffer before you try to take any big risks, because stability is what allows you to be aggressive later. Having an emergency fund is not about being pessimistic. It is about making sure you do not have to panic sell your investments or rely on high-interest credit cards when life happens. Start small with a goal of $500 and keep it in a separate bucket so you can see that cushion growing over time. I remember a few months ago when I had $1,400 in car repairs, and having that cash ready meant I did not have to stress or sell any of my stocks. Years ago, I actually had to sell some stocks just to pay my rent, and it was a horrible feeling that I never want to experience again. A buffer buys you time, and time is what gives you options when things get messy. The third shift for this year is to start investing consistently even if the amount feels tiny, because momentum is way more important than perfection. Many people wait for the perfect time or a market crash, but the reality is that investing $10 or $20 a week builds your identity as an investor. As you see that small balance grow to 100, and then 500, you will feel a natural pull to contribute more because you can see the progress happening. Market uncertainty is always going to be there, but time in the market will always beat trying to time the market perfectly. The easiest way to keep this going is to automate it so the money leaves your account before you even have a chance to spend it. I am not a financial advisor, but keeping it simple by just buying shares of the S&P 500 has worked wonders for my own peace of mind. I do not even check my accounts every day because 1 week of movement does not matter when you are looking at a 20-year horizon. The fourth thing is to be very intentional with lifestyle upgrades, because every big permanent expense comes with a long-term opportunity cost. Lifestyle creep happens so quietly when we get a raise or a new job, and suddenly we are spending way more without even realizing it. Every dollar you invest today is essentially buying back your time in the future so you can eventually walk away from the 9-to-5 grind. Do not let anyone pressure you into a big car payment or a lifestyle you do not need, especially if they are the ones struggling with debt behind the scenes. I drove my grandma's old car for years while people roasted me for it, but having no car payment allowed me to save and invest thousands of dollars instead. If you are thinking about a big purchase, try delaying it for a month to see if it actually improves your life, or if you were just seeking temporary approval. Finally, the fifth thing is to simplify your entire financial system so that it is easy enough to stick with for the long haul. Complexity is the fastest path to burnout, and having 7 or 8 different accounts just leads to decision fatigue and tax season headaches. Your financial system should reduce the amount of thinking you have to do, not add to it. I used to own 40 different stocks in my Roth IRA, but it felt so heavy and complicated that I eventually sold them to focus on just a few simple funds. When your money is organized and automated, it feels light, and you can focus your energy on actually living your life. Those are the 5 things I am focusing on to stay ahead in 2026, and I truly hope they help you find a bit more breathing room too. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and if you found this helpful, I would love for you to join our little community here. I will see you in the next one. Peace.